Welcome to Module 5 of our Diversity and Inclusion It's Your Berklee workshop. This module will focus on microaggressions. I am Dr. Jasmine Parker, Associate Director for Diversity and Inclusion. Microaggressions can be seen as really small little slights that people say and utter or do that really gets under the skin of people, because sometimes those utterances or actions are actually targeting one of our many different identities. And because of those everyday slights that are communicated to us in sometimes negative and demeaning ways, they have harmful and negative impacts. When people ask, "Where are you from?" No, really, where are you from? You couldn't possibly be from there. You look like you're from enter another country. That is a microaggression, because sometimes when people say those things, or if they say, "You look so exotic to be white or black," or "You're so articulate, I'm so impressed by you," that actually gives nod to some of those implicit biases that we just covered, that maybe people who are saying those things don't actually think very highly of persons who they believe you share an identity group identification with. Because microaggressions can be both verbal and nonverbal, intentional or unintentional, they can always happen anywhere. People can perpetuate a microaggression, for example, in a classroom or in a work environment, at church, in our family, some type of joke that people may say, thinking that is humorous when really it's not. So a lot of those microaggressions over time build up, and people have what's termed a cumulative impact, where they may explode based on the one little thing that a person says. In the United States, we call it the straw that breaks the camel's back. When people say something that may seem like a very small thing, but it has a really big impact on that person, it's typically because that particular identity that they carry and hold may have been subjected to targeted experiences, vocally or physically, over extended period of time. Here's a brief video on microaggressions so that you can better understand and learn what a microaggression is. I'm now about to play this video for you. If you need to jot down notes, feel free to do that. And then we're going to resume our presentation quickly on microaggressions.
For people who still don't think that microaggressions are a problem,
oh, you're so well spoken.
just imagine, instead of being a stupid comment, a microaggression is a mosquito bite.
Ugh, it's a compliment.
Mosquito bites and their itch are one of nature's most annoying features. But if you're only bitten every once in a while...
No, where are you really from?
Cleveland?
Sure, it's annoying, but it's not that big a deal. The problem is that some people get bitten by mosquitoes a lot more than other people. I mean, a lot more. Whether it's on a date...
Oh, your English is so good.
Excuse me?
Going grocery shopping...
You know, everything happens for a reason.
I'm just buying apples.
Commuting to work...
So when are you gonna have a baby?
Watching TV...
We have to keep the Redskins' name. It's part of our culture and history.
Or just walking down the street with your partner.
I couldn't even tell you were gay.
Mosquitoes seem to pop up everywhere.
Do you know John? Give me shopping advice. I love Cher too.
And getting bit by mosquitoes every goddamn day,
Can I touch your hair?
multiple times a day,
So pretty. Can
Can I touch
your
it,
hair?
please? Can I please?
is fucking annoying. And makes you want to go ballistic on those mosquitoes, which seems like a huge overreaction to people who only get bit every once in a while.
It's just a mosquito bite. Who cares?
Just another angry black woman.
Of course, beyond just being annoying, some mosquitoes carry truly threatening diseases that can mess up your life for years.
Astrophysics? Maybe you should try less challenging, Major.
Ow, my dreams.
And other mosquitoes carry strains that can even kill you.
He looked like he was up to trouble, okay? I felt threatened.
So next time you think someone's overreacting, just remember, some people experience mosquito bites all the time.
You're all so exotic. Wow.
And by mosquito bites, we mean microaggressions.
Microaggressions are very harmful. They harm not only relationships that people have, but they also harm how a person can see and value themselves. Here's an example. Describing someone as an exception to their group based on a negative stereotype, like you're too pretty to be a lesbian, whatever that means. Making assumptions based on how a person perceives their identity ethnically. I bet you're good at math. And you must be great with numbers because you're wearing glasses. You may be identified as a person of color who's a part of the Asian diaspora. Whatever a person thinks another person's competence level is, they provide and subscribe to an implicit bias that may be favorable or not. And that is how, when people say things like, you must be great with numbers, they utter microaggressions. Those small, tiny slights that people may think is a compliment really isn't. Other things that people can say are really invalidating things about a person's lived experience based on their marginalized identity. For example, you're more than your disability. Or what do you mean you have a disability? I don't see anything wrong with you. As if a person who perhaps may not be as able-bodied as another person has to prove that they aren't. So microaggressions hurt. And not only do they hurt the person on the receiving end, they hurt everyone. Because at the end of the day, relationships may falter, they may break, and discourse may not be able to be authentic. People may not be able to be seen or show up or feel comfortable showing up as their authentic selves. Intent versus impact is very real. And regardless of whether a person intended well when they said or did something, it doesn't mean that it's going to be received in that same manner. We have to be really cognizant of everyone's many different identities and celebrate them all. We hope that you stay tuned and join us for our live diversity and inclusion session. It has been a pleasure and an honor presenting our 5 modules to you on behalf of our diversity and inclusion team. See you soon.